are back, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks so much for joining me here on this Grab Bag free caller edition of the Dukect Lounge. Thanks for joining me. And thanks to Magic from CCS Podcast for joining me as well. I think she left. But you know what? That's okay. I'm just sitting here chilling. And there's also stuff here as well. Again, Grab Bag, just random stuff here. We're just doing it. See if we can actually get some. What's the word here? Um, just getting people to say the stuff again. Grab Bag. Want to talk about things, subjects, and if people like it, I'll definitely see something more because I want to actually. There's a lot of subject we'll talk about, and well, so we talked about video games, pro wrestling. This hour, let's talk about the entertainment world. And man, the bigger entertainment, the movies and TV shows and such. And man, there are many. Um, there have been a lot of stuff that's been canceled and delayed because of the what's happened with COVID-19, and it is a lot of it, and not only just delays, but also movies that are supposedly going to be, they're stop filming and such. You have Mission Possible 7. They can't do anything in Venice. They stopped filming there because of the outbreak of the coronavirus. No Time to Die was actually going to premiere, but then it moved to April to November. Some of them moved to next year. The Lovebirds have been that's thing that the action rom com that's gone. I think that's gonna be was going to open April 3rd, but no, that's not happening. In fact, that's not gonna. I would not be surprised that gets put on streaming. Disney has officially halted a lot of the live action stuff. You had the Little Mermaid, the live action one there, the Disney Plus Home Alone reboot, the Last Duel, where Matt. See, you got Nightmare Alley, Peter Pan and Wendy, Shrunk, where they were both in pre-production. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings suspended production because of the director Daniel Cretton went to self-isolation, and I don't know if he did or did not. But yeah, there's a lot of movies that just been completely pushed back. Mulan was pushed back. That was going to come out earlier this year in March, but that is not going to happen anytime soon. The New Mutants, which I am surprised that people have tried this. So at this point, just release it on Disney Plus. It's done. There's no chance you could do anything with it. It's over. I don't know why they just put it on, and there's no sequels at all. Because let's see, you got like Antlers. That's been rescheduled for later this year. Military Arrives, that was going to the film that's been moved from March 27th to May 22nd. Spiral, that was going to be that's not going to happen. That's being pulled back. A lot of their stuff has been pulled back, and it's a one of the most biggest things here. And not only that, we have the AMC theaters, Regal Cinema, all of them are shut down. All of the in fact, I think all the cinema draft houses have been gone, are locked down as well, and movie theaters and all this stuff has been locked down. Everything has been locked down, and I think they'll be opened up soon. And my thoughts on it is like they should open up hopefully around June. I think the social distancing has worked for the most part. I think around early June, you're going to see these businesses pop up because I'm going to say, man, the economy is, I mean, people are not going to stay in for 3 or 4 months getting cooped up and just, people need to talk to you. It's a social, human beings are social creatures. And you can put people like on Zoom and, house party, Skype, Discord, and people talking to each other. That's great. But people miss that physical contact. People miss that type of connection with people. And people seem to downplay that. We have downplayed the mental of stability of people being home for months on end and days and weeks and days and months. And you could go outside to work out, but people like to do, their jobs and going to stores without wearing masks or these things that we take for granted. We've taken all this for granted. And people do want to go back to somewhat normalcy because it can drive people. I mean, it can make people go a little crazy. I mean, some people will say, "Oh, I'm fine. I can do this for 10 months or whatever." That's not going to people are like, "Oh, I can do this for 10 months." Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck doing this for 10 months because 6 or 3 or 4 months, some people, I mean, even you will probably get tired of all the video games and such. You get sick and tired of playing nothing but video games and streaming and watching all this stuff. You're like, I want to go outside. You want to go to movies, go to a restaurant. You want to talk to friends and family. Some people can be introverts. Some people have that type of ability, but people they're messing up with social distancing now. They're not doing that type of they just people are like, I guess they just can't stay at home for the rest of the for 4 or 5 extra weeks or 2 or 3 months. It's like, oh, Europe. Well, the reason why Italy and all those other places in Europe are doing that because the death toll of the coronavirus hit most of that country. That's what it basically is because they weren't really prepared. I think the country response was bad. I mean, it was bad, and there have been a lot of people who have been suffering and deaths and such, which I should not belittle, or no one is belittling, because there are states that are hit right now, really hit hard by this. You got Seattle, over in Washington. There's some places up there that got hit. Texas is getting hit with this. Michigan, New York, they're getting hit really hard, but the curve is dropping. Florida, they're getting hit too hard because of this, and many other, in California as well, LA. All these people who are actually getting hurt by this, they're actually, there are people who are suffering. And my worst thing is about the homeless in the population. That's another issue, is the homeless population. But yeah, I think, for the America, if they keep staying people inside, shutting down these businesses, the economy, there will be things will end up a lot worse, because you're not just like, oh, people can't do it. No, a lot of small businesses and stuff are probably going to be gone. Small businesses, people who have lost, a lot of their businesses and such, they're on the brink of losing because of these big box stores and such coming into their communities, coming in and just taking all their customers away. What do you think is going to happen? Because when the things are open up, because guess what's already still open? Guess what's still open? Those big box stores. Those big box stores are the ones open. So, and some people their loyal customers, maybe we'll stop. We'll keep shopping here in Target or Walmart or whatever. And meanwhile, these small communities, small stores are going to fade away. Guess who's going to buy that land up? Those big companies. And people are going to be like, well, what happened to all those businesses? The people are going to come back and going to get back all this money. No. I mean, they'll probably have to shut down permanently or lose restaurants or lose these things. People don't really understand how. I'm not hell. I don't understand most of it, but yeah, if this shutdown continues, I mean, most of the small businesses are gone, and they might not even come back. In fact, they're gonna probably have less people could make their own small businesses now. I mean, heck, I wouldn't be surprised people saying, you know what, it might not even be worth it, and it's gonna hurt the economy even more. Because I mean, a lot of good business and a lot of economies and stuff are dependent on, like, some of these cities and towns are dependent on these small businesses, and especially like small businesses, like, say, for example, comic shops. You got, small restaurants. You got all just people who sell, like, knickknacks, all this type of stuff. That sort of thing. They're going to be out of business, and how long? I mean, someone say, "Oh, they'll get the money from government," but yeah, but how is that? How long can that be sustainable? How long is that going to be actually sustainable for people? And the heck, what about the small businesses people were getting up starting now? They got they had their land, they had this, that, the other, and this thing happens, and boom, it's gone, and that stuff might not even come back. It's arrogance. The arrogance, people, of some people just saying, it's gonna open. Oh, just do this and it will come back. Those things don't come back. And if the economy drags down even more, less jobs. We have over how many? There are like around. Let's see. Let me check. Let's see. Yeah, the U.S. unemployment is now higher. It is getting 4.4, and it's over 22 million Americans in the United States. The United States has now over, to see right here, link this right here, has over 22 million unemployed, and now basically wiping out a decade of job gains. That's combined, it's stuff like all the jobs, and I'm going to think about it says right here in the Washington Post, a decade of job gains. That's like 10 years. It's like Obama and all this thing, Obama to Trump, and in fact, it used to be the unemployment was like 4.4. Now it's rising up to this point. How many people are going to have these jobs come back? Are they going to come back? How many of this is going to actually come back? And people say universal basic income. That's great. That's nice. Hey, that's good for that's great. But let's see. Let me see if I can look this up. Yeah, universal basic income. A lot of some people, but they'll say it's just going to cover bills, but how much money is going to cover it, and is it actually going to? Because again, paying bills is one thing, but what about other things can happen and such? Doctors, cover medical stuff, or saying food, or these things. But yeah, people are saying they want to have this universal basic income, but what's going to be the how do you structure it? Because again, what will be the structure for it? Because $1,000 might not be enough for anyone. $1,000 won't even pay some people's rent. So what's going to be the continuous of a basic income? How they're going to do it? And quite honestly, $1,000 is not going to be enough to salvage some people's lives, or make good investments and such. You need to have, maybe, honestly, a true something. If they want to have not worry about this universal basic income, probably maybe $7,000 or $8,000 or $9,000. I don't know, because $1,000 might help some, but it ain't gonna help everybody. That's an issue. See, I'm going all this weird stuff. Oh, wait a second. Can I connect video and screen? Look, I'm not even doing the video stuff. A video connection. I don't do video on this. It's not. Well, it'll be interesting one day if I could. But yeah, I don't use video. I don't know what's going on here. See, that's why I would never use video because again, the internet's all in the wonkiness. It's a little bit of the wonky. It's a little wonky. Wonky. Yeah. But in settings, it still works. It still works. But yeah, the internet's wonky. But it's but yeah, my webcam since I got 2009, it still works. Takes a licking and still keeps on ticking. It's actually really good. It's around the highest I can get up to is 720. So that's always a good thing. So yeah, it's 720. So I can get up to 720p for this webcam. But yeah, back to my point. I think universal basic income is a good idea. But how are you going to do it in a country this big? That's going to be the question. And I don't think the guy in the White House now can manage this stuff now. I trust Joe Biden to do this right thing if he actually did get elected. I don't know. And this is one thing I'm just, I don't know what is the solution to this and such. So, but yeah, a lot of people who have lost their jobs because of this. This is this is a fun topic. But yeah, again, stream of consciousness and such. I just keep going. But yeah, it's over 22 million unemployed, and like I said, people want to go. We got to open things back up eventually because you can't keep this thing down until someone's saying we should wait until like a vaccine. I'm like, what? That's gonna cost like that's gonna be maybe a year or 2 years away. You're gonna basically destroy the economy for what? For 2 years, and it's not going to be everyone instantly coming right back into the workforce. It would, and not only that, but if you have people stay inside for that long, you're going to actually, how you're going to have other things. Forget all the like sports or whatever, but what about voting or continuing online classes? Because right now the internet is taxed to capacity, and just people are not going to be able to really have a structure online. Yeah, it's going to be, how hard it will be to actually have a online, these online courses and such that are struggling now. How is that going to help people who are using who do jobs online? They can't do this type of, they can't be able to do it because the structure is overtaxed and overstressed and such. So if people in school have this issue, what people in the private or in the public sector who have these issues, right? I mean, that's, man, this again, I worry. I really, really worry about people who, are just saying just stay home for 6 or 7 months. But it's like, I just think that's going to hurt more people in the time. Sorry, I'm just go on rants and my throat's all dry up. But yeah, people, I understand people's hesitation because this virus is deadly. It is horrible. And it can, again, the worst thing about the COVID-19 is that it spreads. It spreads from here it spreads from everyone around you. And it's just, you don't know if you ever got it or not. That's the thing. No one knows if they get it or not. You don't show any symptoms. So that's the scary thing about it. And people have lost their lives or have their lives radically altered because of this virus. And I saw the pictures of the protest and such. A lot of them are just Again, some of them have reasonable things because there are people who actually are employers who have lost their who have no way of getting any type of financial stuff. They can't pay their workers, and they're like this again. They've been forced to be unemployed by by the government, and how long are they going to stay there? And people are, and also seeing how the government has these huge laws, these laws and these things to shut these businesses down. Yes, these are for a pandemic, but it is. Some people are naturally worried that this could be something. If some of these laws can be permanent, or saying they could, we're about to have them be shut like a sundown law. Like after this thing is over, most of these laws and most of these states can be like, okay, we're not going to use these ever again unless maybe if there's another pandemic. Yes, but we will not use this. This is a very rare thing. If things get out of control, it's the break in case glass, and yes, that should be the absolute case. And people, I saw some of the comments like, oh, we should get a National Guard. What are you saying National Guard for this? Yes, some of them said there was some reasonable. Some said they're stupid. They want to get the hairdresser. Fine, I'm like, that's stupid. Just mess up your hair a bit for a while. But yeah, you'll be fine. But but you don't want to have National Guard out there. You don't want to have people shooting them up because again, you just make them. You just say, well, you make them into like a very. You make the people who are automatically protesting more of martyrs, and you don't want to do that. No, that's just crazy stuff right there. People just. Again, a lot of people are angry, and a lot of people they're frustrated, especially like see some of these places who want to open the country up. I think there's some protests in Michigan, protests in I think in Kentucky. There are people who are angry and upset that their lives have been on hold. They can't function normally. So just play some fun. Like no, some people don't. Sit there and say playing video games or watch, watch Netflix 24/7 a day, 24 hours, 7 days a week. Some people want to go out. They want to actually feel like, okay, I can go to a movie or, go to a restaurant and such, and they miss it. And it's I think a lot less empathy out there for people who do, and I get it. Some people want it selfish. I want to go back to normal. Yeah, there's some people out there selfish right now who want to just snap fingers and go back to normal. I'm like, no. I mean, I honestly think we should be holding off until maybe, I say this, maybe around late May to early June, so we start opening. I think people should start opening up eventually. I think we start opening up around maybe early May. Around maybe mid-May, start opening up some businesses and start opening up some stuff because having people go up to like say July, that's going to really, you're not going to have that. I mean, because again, you have some cases of some people using this type of way to snitch on neighbors and such. Heck, you have people, 4 people gathering and they got police come up their house. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing that stuff, man? Come on. Yeah. So yeah. I mean, people need to calm down. The coronavirus, people who use corona just need to sit back, relax, take a deep breath, talk. I think the protesting, I think they should be able to protest, and they should have this type of right to assembly. But yeah, I think right now we should talk. They should have like a dialogue of saying, hey, talk to their local government, local governor, state officials and such. Have that conversation before talking to the people and stuff. Before the protests came, maybe really get headway saying, can you give us a, some of the businesses are open because some of these people, they're not going to probably get a check from the government. And even if they do get like these like loans and such, it's only basically a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. I mean, because most of these big box stores are open and they're losing their customers because of that. And if that happens, what guarantee are you going to give them and say, oh, they'll come back? What if they don't? And how long are those checks to continue hoping that business afloat? How long are they going to be available? How long are they going to be, going to get those checks in the small businesses and such? No one wants to talk about that conversation. Yeah, where's that conversation? That sort of thing. Because once those checks come out or run out, well, what do you think those big box stores are going to do? When they have to leave, and then next show that, oh, we got a couple more expansions. Yeah, you need this, man, we got that. Oh yeah, this, we got that. Boom, 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 and everything. And people will wonder why aren't there any more local businesses and such? Why are there no local businesses anymore? Why? Yeah. Just saying, people. Just saying. All right, we're going to take a... I think at best now my internet is acting a little wonky. So, oh boy, my internet's acting up. So, I might have to end this thing because the internet's acting all wonky again. So, I might have to end this thing. So, yeah, I'm thinking I got to end it right here. The internet's acting a little wonky, so maybe my majority of the neighborhood is watching Tiger King for the 50th time. So, so yeah. Sorry I couldn't go the full 2 hours. I apologize, but hey, the internet is a fickle mistress. And thanks to the guests here, Magic from CCS, for joining in for a while. It was fun. It was exciting. And hopefully do this again. Next week, though, we're going to be back on the BS. We're going to be back Wednesday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And when we do, we're going to have some very good... I'm going to find something to talk about. Lord knows, maybe I'll talk a little about AEW and maybe talk about the new TNT belt, Something there to have a little more positive stuff. Hopefully nothing really stupid happens, but you never know. Well, if that happens, well, guess what? I'll be talking about it. Anyway, thanks for joining us here, ladies and gentlemen. It's great to be back. But man, it's been a real long 3 weeks, and hopefully, I will be more. I'll try to do. I'm gonna do more of this stuff. I'm gonna be online. No, tomorrow I'm gonna be doing my live stream. Hopefully, gonna finish up Resident Evil 4. And I'm gonna start filming tonight. Actually, I'm filming the next Last Review of Standing tonight, and then after that, well. I will just get back to the reviews and everything. Anyway, that's it. This is Dukect here. Peace, love. I will see y'all when I see y'all later.